Good morning everyone, and you join me for our Sunday morning cookout from the Woodee, from my back garden, and here we are again. And we've got another beautiful day. We had a really soft morning here in Herefordshire, really lovely soft rain as my granddad used to say, and I wondered whether we were going to be able to do it, but the sun has come out, the birds are singing, and this morning I'm going to put my cup down and I'm going to show you how to make soda bread on a Woodee Fire Pit in a Dutch oven. So, as you know, I love to work with local producers from around Herefordshire and around my surrounding area, and today I'm really pleased to work again with Talgarth Mill. We've got some amazing wholemeal flour from Talgarth Mill, and you can find them online. So if you have a look online and have a look on social media for Talgarth Mill and the Baker's Table, you can find some of their lovely flour on there, and you can order it. And if you're local, if you give them 48 hours notice, or a little bit longer if you can, then they can put some flour up for you, because we all know at the moment in lockdown it's really hard to get hold of some basics like this. And one of the other people that I'm going to be working with today and showing you something is Gwatkins Cider. Now, I haven't worked with them before, but I picked up some of their perry locally from the amazing Lock's Garage, and this is amazing. So we're going to be using this as our agent today. So instead of something like buttermilk, we're going to be using some of their perry to give a little twist on it. So we'll open some of that in a minute. And then today we're cooking on charcoal. So we're really lucky to work with Birchwood Forestry, again here in Herefordshire, and they have an SSI woodland, and so they make all their charcoal themselves, and it's amazing to cook on. So give those guys, give John a look up as well, have a look on his Facebook page, on his Instagram account, and you can get some of their charcoal, or you can order it from my website. So what we've got is a 600ml fire pit that we're going to be cooking on today, and I lit this a while ago because the bread's going to take a little bit longer than that we're going to do in this cookout, so I put one in a little bit earlier, our Blue Peter one. And so you can now see it, if you can push that in, James, just to see the state of our charcoal. And what we're going to do is we're going to use a Dutch oven, and again we're going to use it in the centre of here. So we do not want all the charcoal in the centre, because that's where the pan's going to sit. So what we're going to do is, just before we start cooking, we're going to move all our charcoal to the side. So we've got a really nice thick base on our Woodee Fire Pit, and we're going to leave that there so that we can put our Dutch oven in. Right, so first things first, let's prepare our Dutch oven. So I know that lots of you have asked me where we get them from, and the first one I bought was from the Army and Navy store on top of Freems Hill in Herefordshire. So they're closed at the moment, but when they're open, please go and give them a shout. So I'm going to put the lid on the floor, and it's just a big cast iron pot, 3 legs on the side and a great handle. So in between using these, it's a really great thing to oil the pan, because it's cast iron, and over time, if it gets damp, it'll rust. So today, before we bake our bread, we are going to put a big piece of greaseproof paper or baking paper in the bottom. I can rip that off. And what I like to do is to fold it in three, so to give it that bit of extra thickness. So just simply like that, and then I'm just going to put it in the bottom. And then a little bit of spray, I'll spray oil. So just going to put a little bit of that in the bottom, just to stop it sticking. And I'm going to put this now, so we're ready. So just pop that on the side there. And so I'm going to get my mixing bowl. So let's put that on my lap. So what I love about soda bread is it's really simple. Even I can do it. A really simple amount of ingredients. So we've basically got 4 or 5 ingredients. 5 if you count the 2 types of flour. So first of all, I've weighed out some plain flour, some plain strong flour. So we're just going to tip that in the bowl, put it in, and then some of our amazing Talgarth Mill. So this is wholemeal flour, so this is going to give it an extra taste and some extra texture. So we're going to tip that in as well and put it in. And then the other 2 ingredients that we're going to add, the other 2 dry ingredients, bicarbonate soda, hence soda bread. So let's see if we can work out how to open this morning. So 1 teaspoon of this, don't worry if it's just out, put that into the bottom, and then for a bit of seasoning, some salt. So I've just got some sea salt left in the pantry at the moment, so what about a teaspoon of that, but I'm going to give it a really good whack with that. So those are all our dry ingredients in there, you can see, really simple. So now I'm going to add Gwatkins Cider. Let's have a look. We're just going to put it in. And so we want about 4/5 of this, about 400 ml. So we're going to just mix this up a little bit first. So give it a good old mix round. So I'm just using a silicone spatula here, which I find really useful for getting all the bits of flour off. And then you make a dip in the middle. Can you see that? Can you see that, James? Is that? Let's have a look. We're just going to make a dip in the middle, and we're going to add some of that lovely cider. So, and this is perry. So I don't know if you know what the difference between cider and perry is. So perry is made out of pears, so it's just slightly different. So this is going to give a nice taste to your soda bread. So you can put anything in soda bread once you get the hang of it. Let's have a look. Can you see that? And a little bit closer. So it's starting to, can you see that fizzing up? We want to collect all the flour in as we're mixing. And we've still got quite a way to go. It's all fizzing up. So keep mixing and mix it in. And give it a good go. Oh, and that sun's on my back. Can you hear those birds? I hope it's lovely where you are. How are you getting on in the lockdown? Are you managing to get everything that you need? Managing to stay safe? Looking after your neighbours? So I'll put a bit more in. So a little bit more. So you want it to be quite wet. You can always add a little bit more flour, but you want it to be quite wet. So it's starting to come now. And look, it's not taking too much time. A bit more. There we go. And the thing I love about the 500ml bottles, and this is that there's a bit left for you to have a drink while you're cooking. And I know it's Sunday morning, but if, like me, you have no plans to drive anywhere today, a sneaky bit won't hurt. So let's see, how much have we got left there? So we can do with a little bit more of that, just a bit. And that's all fizzing in there. So you want to get this, the reason that we prepared the Dutch oven, first of all, is that this starts reacting with the bicarbonate of soda as soon as you start putting it in. So I'll tell you what it's like. That is lovely. Oh, that's lovely. Right, I'm not putting any more of that in now. So we've got ourselves a nice wet dough here. We might have to add a bit of flour to that, but we'll see. Let's get ourselves a knife and get that off. And I'm trying to do this without using my hands too much, because as you can imagine, I'm nowhere near the sink. Right, so what I'm going to do is put these on the floor out of the way, just there. Move my lovely cup from the Hay Festival, which sadly has been cancelled this year, but have a look online, they're doing some things online. And I'm going to attempt now to put it on here. So Sue, if you're watching Woodee Chef, hoping it'll work, let's have a look. So we're going to put a little bit of flour, so lightly put a bit of flour on here. So this is just a little bit of plain flour hanging around in the cupboard. And then we're going to get our hands in here and put it onto our board and just move it around a bit. So I'm going to try and do this with one hand. Do this, look how squidgy that is. So maybe we need a bit more flour in here. So with the other hand, when it's dry, just put a little bit on the top, just like that, and just move it around. So it's coming now, just bring it all back in. You don't want it to get too dry, but you want to be able to move it so it's not a sticky mess. So let's turn that over. You want to kind of get it into a ball, so maybe a bit more over here. Turn it in, can you see that? And then just turn it, get my fingers in amongst that and get it turned over. Just a little bit down there. Move it around. And that is a nice squidge now. Right. So, oh, there's my knife. So I'm going to open my Dutch oven and put it here. So let's see. Now we're challenging me. So there's the Dutch oven. Let's have a look. Let's move this just out of the way. My lovely big mixing bowl. Put the Dutch oven on the table. Can you see? And then we're just going to put this in. And don't worry if it's a bit sticky, because it's all going to go in like that into the middle. And this is great with children, so you can see there's no amazing, let's get ourselves a knife for that. There's no class with this, just put it all in get it off your fingers, and then don't want to lose any of that delicious dough. So the best thing to do then is you've got it into a bit of a ball shape. We're going to add a little bit more of the flour on the top, just a little bit. There we go. And then one of the things that we need to do then, to get the heat and the air down in, we want to cut it down, not all the way down to the bottom, but we're going to put a big cross in it. Can you see that, James? With my left hand. I'll just do it and then I'll put it forward for you. So there you see. Can you see that? I put a nice big cross, maybe a little bit too much flour on the side there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that now in here, put our lid on, like that. And then that is going to be in there for about 30 minutes. So what I do is I set a timer for about 20 minutes so that you can have a look at it. Let's wash my hands down in here. And we want to see what it's like. So we've moved the coals to the one side. So these coals are nice and grey now. And the ideal temperature to have baking bread is about 200 in a fire pit. So I'm going to show you, just get all this excess dough off here. I'm going to show you what we use to make sure that it gets to about that temperature. So where's my glove? So I don't know if you've seen, in here we've got a little thermometer, an oven thermometer. Now that was directly sitting by some charcoal. It was sat on the top of it, so it says about 450, but that's not really what it is. So 200, around 2 to 250 is a great temperature for this. And so if you've had your fire pit going for a while and the charcoals, you know, you're getting towards the end of the day, you could put some of the coals on the top if your fire pit isn't too hot, and that will just ensure some of the heat gets around the top as well. So I'm going to leave that in there, as I said, for about 20 minutes, then have a look, and then we're going to have a look then at the 30 minutes. But in the meantime, what I want to do is show you one that we cooked just before. So let me get my board here, and we will just have a look in our other Dutch oven. So can you have a look in here, James? So we're using our glove. So this is what we've got. So you've got a beautiful loaf in here now. I'm going to just lift it out and put the Dutch oven back on the floor, because that's still hot, because we literally took it out just before we went live. So on here, so this is the 3 layers, you can see. I'll just drop that there a second. And so on the base, got a lovely base on there, and it's coming out. So can you hear that? So that now should be our lovely loaf. So let's try it. Let's get ourselves a knife and see what it's like. So let's cut into it. Let's cut it through the middle and see. So look at that. Beautiful. Can you see it steaming? Now, soda bread is brilliant to eat warm like this with some jam. So pass me that jam there, James, and I'll show you some of that. So let's have a slice on here. Let's have a look. Look at that beautiful bread. So this is some local dams and jam from Birchwood Church, where they left it in the porch, and we've had it for a little while in our pantry, which we found. Something else found in the pantry. Oh, James, sorry, pass me the butter as well, and let's have a go with the butter too. Let's see, let's put that in there. Let's have a bit of butter on here and see. Let's just cut a little bit. Or maybe in half. This little cacao, that is such a lovely loaf. So let's put a little bit of butter on. Oh, that looks like it's a bit hard this morning. Never mind. Put a bit of our dams and jam on. Not too much, but put it on there. And let's see what that tastes like. Oh, the sweetness of the jam with that tang of the perry is amazing, and that's really lovely warm. So nice crust on that, so amazing. So have another look. So you've got a nice crust on there, so that's having it on three pieces of greaseproof paper, and you've got yourself a lovely soda loaf. So have a go at doing that yourself today, and if you've got any questions, please let me know. As always, you can find us on social media at thewoodee.com. You can find us at www.thewoodee.com, and you can DM us a question. Have a wonderful Sunday, and we'll catch up with you again next time we go live.